Hi there, it's me, Justice the Analyst Kirill from Belarus, living in Germany, and today I'm continuing with my reactions to the entries of the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 for key performers. And the next country to talk about, as you have probably guessed from the title of this video, is Poland. Poland has a very interesting history in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. So they participated from the very beginning, 2003 and 2004. In both years, they have finished like almost last or maybe even last. And then they did a big comeback in 2016, and since then they were improving their results year by year. 2017 they were already in top 10, 2018 they even won, and 2019, what was extremely impressive, they even repeated their win.
Save the world.
As you know, France has repeated this success in 2022 and 2023 editions, and this year they even have a shot to make it into a 3-win streak. Let's see if it will work out. But this year, Poland has organized a selection where kids from all over Poland were singing covers of mostly, I think, Eurovision songs, but there were some other songs as well. And the winner was Dominik Arim, who was performing Satellite by Lena in the final of the show. It's really adorable, but to the Eurovision, of course, he's coming with his original song, which is called All Together. But based on the title, I would imagine this is probably something in direction of Iceland 2018, Our Choice. And yes, this is a performance not from the Junior Eurovision Song Contest, so the last place in the semi-final for Iceland was pretty much justified in my opinion, but this kind of message for the song for the Junior Eurovision Song Contest would be totally fine. That's why let's just take a look at the lyrics of All Together and let's try to see how many cliches you can manage to pack into a text of just one song. All together, you and me and each of us, please don't tell me to wait. Let's be one, the time has come. Together we're strong, believe me, who if not we? It kind of reminds me of the message of that Russian song for Eurovision 2013, What If?
Together we can change the world forever. What if we all open our eyes?
So yeah, I think there is not too much to discuss about the message of the song. It's a very common theme which was used and reused millions of times, but now let's just listen to the song, and I really hope that it will sound more fresh and better than Icelandic entry for the Eurovision 2018. So for the Polish entry, both official music video and the performance from the national final are available. I think I will go for the official music video for my first listen, but then for the second one, we can take a look at the live performance and see how well the artists can perform the song live. So funny, this kid. It's cute, you know, it's very child appropriate, very appropriate for the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, the key change, absolutely necessary, of course. This epic last note. From the first second to the last second, they just put all this kind of ballad cliches into this one. Maybe they're even taking it as a sort of fun, like making fun of like typical cliche ballads or something like that. So for me, for this reason, it was kind of funny. I have really enjoyed it as a sort of guilty pleasure. I think it's a very cute and funny song from Poland this year. I don't really take it as, you know, a very serious ballad with a serious message. For me, it's more, you know, the song to kind of smile to laugh about a little bit. It reminds me slightly of that song Color of Your Life by Michal Szpak from 2016. You know, they just both are like so cliche songs with such a nostalgic feeling, with, you know, very expressive look of the main singer, that they both were kind of borderline joke with very catchy melody. So I think here we have something similar to that. And funny enough, I have heard some people were saying that this song is a sort of copy-paste of one song from Michal Szpak, by the way. Well, there is an obvious similarity, but for me, this song sounds also like thousands of other songs I have heard before. So it's Dominik Arim with All Together. This beginning is so cheesy. Like, you can't just stop but smiling when watching him performing it, you know, trying to do his best with this kind of really sort of cringy song.
Razem jesteśmy silni, uwierz mi, kto jak nie my.
Not all the notes were really there, but he still has some time to prepare for the Junior Eurovision. It was just a selection. He didn't have the song for like a very long time in advance. Maybe they had like a week or two to learn it. So I think he can definitely improve the vocals for the live Junior Eurovision Song Contest show.
To wiem, na mojej drodze do marzeń, uwierz mi, nie sta-
It's a bit strange to give, you know, this kind of ballad where the vocal is very much in focus to such an unexperienced singer. I think he should be the one performing something like the song of Italy this year, who actually won the Voice kids in their countries who are more experienced performers. They're getting not some beautiful ballads where they can showcase their voice, but they get more like up-tempo songs. So that's a bit of a pity. I think that's definitely not an advantage for Dominik, because in this kind of ballad, you really have to be absolutely perfect. This was quite funny how the kid and maybe the parents, not sure, couldn't really agree on the tempo, how they should clap. So yeah, it looks a bit cringy, I have to say.
I'm not afraid to bloom like a flower.
This lyric is so cringe. I'm not afraid to bloom like a flower. Dominik.
Na mojej drodze do marzeń, uwierz mi, nie stanie nic. One for all for one.
Well, the last note was actually quite good. You know, my problem is I really can't take the song seriously. It's just really, for me, seems like a joke entry, and Poland just wants, you know, people to kind of laugh, have fun. I hope that the background will be also showing something even more funny, that people will vote for this as for a sort of a joke entry and not for a serious ballad. Because in the ballad battlefield, I think this song can only lose. But now let's take a look at how Poland did in the last 7 years and see maybe Poland still has a shot this year. So Poland had actually excellent results in the last 7 years, which puts them on a 3rd place among 15 contestants who are taking part this year, or on a place 4 among 16 contestants who took part in all the last 7 years. So you can see their best scores absolutely were those 2 wins in 2018 and 2019. In 2021, Sarah James was so close to win the competition against Armenia.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting. Somebody's waiting for you. I'm waiting.
but on the other occasions, of course, Poland was a little bit further. But now let's take a look who favored Poland more. Were these the juries or was it the online voting? So I think you all have very fresh in your memory how in 2018 and in 2019 Poland won with those massive scores from the online voting, and it seemed like we can actually stop the Junior Eurovision Song Contest because Poland was getting in 2 consecutive years such high results from the Televote that juries could not change anything. For example, in 2018 you can see that Poland was crowned the winner even though being just 7th in accordance with the jury, but then something changed, and since 2020 Poland was always finishing 8th or 9th in accordance with the online vote, and only in 2021 they were again very close to do it. They were the 2nd, but actually due to the televote they didn't manage to win. But if we talk really solely about the last 3 years, we can actually see that the juries were favoring Poland more. They put Poland also on a place 6 in 2023. Dominik might really get some sympathy votes and some votes from the people who will just think that it's quite a funny entry. So I wouldn't really expect that he would be last in accordance with the online voting, but in accordance with the jury vote, his perspectives this year are not that good. But what does the Eurovision community think about the song? I don't really remember seeing it in top 10 while reviewing the previous entries. So, oh wow, Poland is on the last place, even behind San Marino, which probably is not the strongest entry, behind Georgia, Malta and others. Well, I can't say it's very surprising. I think Iceland back in 2019 was also last, but I think we should not compare these 2 entries. I really see this one as a sort of more like a joke entry, while in 2019 Iceland really meant it seriously, and that's why it didn't work. So I hope that Poland will really play with it on stage, and then they will really make a very memorable, trashy ballad out of this. So if we talk about the staging concept, I think, as I have said, what Poland has to go for is this kind of trashy image. Just give this boy wings, make him fly over the stage, put some additional angel dancers on stage, make some absolutely horrendous background, just make fun out of the song. This song is made to be made fun of. The worst mistake which Poland can do this year is to make this performance kind of dark, trying to make it serious so that the people will really try to compare it to some other serious ballads. If this happens, Poland will unfortunately fail also in the online voting. So that's what I have thought about this entry. For me, it's a kind of a guilty pleasure. I'm really expecting some crazy performance, him sitting on a unicorn or singing while flying over the stage, whatever, just go over the top. The song really asks for it. But what do you think? Or do you think it's a really beautifully written ballad which should be treated seriously? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, how do you see the chances of Poland this year? Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!